Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. All praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect brothers and sisters that believe in this word and that fear in the Heavenly Father and His Son. And I wanted to do a quick video going into the grinding shall cease. Going into one of the major factors of what's going to cause people, other than this is according to prophecy, and this devil is doing these things on purpose, of course, but this is why a lot of people are going to lose their so-called livelihood, their jobs, and it's already been estimated 175,000 to lose jobs lost here in America. Probably even more than that, right? Because of something you call job automation. Now, let's real quick. I got the definition for job automation. And you know what? Too, one of the things that the brethren sent in the chat. Let me see if I can find it. Right here. Right? The agenda, and this is the spirit, because the brother sent this in the chat today, but it says Agenda 2023, right? The Great Reset, all right? One world government, fourth industrial revolution, technocratic corporatocracy. It says total dependence on state, social credit system, carbon footprint surveillance system, universal basic income for compliant citizens, programmable CBDC, depopulation, mandatory vaccine for all ages, controlled, these are the goals and the agendas, right? Even though the Georgia Guidestones were destroyed, this is what they're going for now. This is what I really want to harp on, because this is all the spirit, because I was already thinking about doing this. It says robot workforce, right? Robot workforce. This is Internet of Things, Internet of Bodies, right? This is all going towards what? The MOTB. Okay? If they want to decrease population, who is going to be doing all the labor? Who's going to be doing all the hard labor? Oh, well, these robots. Okay? A lot of people are going to lose their job to technology. All right? Now, like I said, that was sent in the chat. And what's crazy is I actually have an article that says 2030 also. Right, which these devils say 2030 like they're going to be here that long. The Lord is going to, I believe the Lord will cause them to try and speed up, Revelations 12 and 12. They got all these different things. It's just, about when they're going to roll them out. Okay? Right? So it says, right here it says job automation definition. Labor automation is the practice of substituting technology for human labor to perform specific tasks or jobs. Automation involves mechanization, but also expands it by using technology to further remove people from tasks. Right. So, you know, hey, I mentioned our last camp. How the plantation I work at, they are looking to basically these people here. They're looking to basically before the end of this year, to basically have, we work on a production line, but basically have a robots do 90% of the work that we're doing, and they said they're going to try to use some of the manpower, the human labor or human resources, if you will, in a different area of the place that I'm working at. But that's what they say, but really they could lay a lot of people off, and use less people and save more money. So this is what it's coming to. This is why a lot of people are going to lose jobs. You got Amazon Air, drones delivering packages. That means there are going to be less people driving around in those vans, right? Less turnover rates, because a lot of these different jobs have a high turnover rate, right? For the amount of stress, all right, and laboriousness it takes to produce, profit from these different services, man. All right, or these different products, right? So this is what's coming, and this is what's going to be, a part of what's going to fulfill the grinding ceasing, man. People are going to be replaced by technology, replaced by robots. A robot. People are worried about, well, the Mexicans are coming to, the damn Mexicans, damn immigrants, they're coming over here and taking our jobs. You ain't gonna have to worry about Pedro, all right? Pedro and Carlita taking your job no more, man. You don't have to worry about them robots, man. You don't have to worry about the Sweepernator 5000 or the the Burgernator 2.0 making your burgers. Sweepernator sweeping the floors and doing the janitorial work. You're gonna have to worry about them taking your jobs, man. And they don't get tired, right? They don't sleep, right? They don't stop to take a break. They don't need no water. They don't need no lunch break. They don't complain about their arms or their hurt, their legs hurting, their wrists, right? They don't need health insurance. They don't need eye and dental care, all right? They're a machine. They'll keep going, all right? So this is what's coming. So now, let's get this right here. We're going to get into some of these articles. Right? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house. Now, when it talks about the keepers of the house, this goes into economy. Right? Economy. Real quick. Let's get it for edification. In the etymology dictionary. Economy. Or you see economic economy. So economy means what? Household management, which coming from the Latin is oikonomia. Oikonomia, manager, steward, house, abode, dwelling. Right? So this is household management. So when it says the keepers of the house, those who are stewards or keepers of America, and America would be considered a place where people dwell, right? Household, right? So that's what economy is. So the keepers of the house are these economists, those who look over and study the management of the money here in America. These different financial times and financial news outlets, financial advisors to these different leaders, right? they're trembling, man, because they can see that a financial collapse is coming to America, an economic collapse. Okay? So that's what economy goes back into. Or thus the keepers of the house, the economists. Right? So it says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. The grinders cease because they are few. And literally what I explained, I literally grind things where I work. I'm not gonna say exactly where I work, but where I work, I literally use a grinder to grind objects. I'm literally a grinder, quite literally, right? And in this case, the grinding will cease, right? Grinding meaning working. Jake uses, the slang, man, I'm on the grind, I'm grinding, right? It represents work, okay? Or you might be in, I don't know, a mill that, grinds wheat. You use a millstone to grind wheat, right? But you have to put in work in order to produce that flour. So the grinding is gonna cease. Work is gonna be there's gonna be less people working because a robot has taken their job. There will be no jobs, right? It says because they are few, right? Okay? So your job gets replaced by a bunch of robots, right? Now there will only be people there to maintenance the robots, all right, and to monitor the robots. You don't need a lot of people. You can have one person, 2, 3 people, depending on how big the place is, to monitor the robots. Okay? They might even have robots to fix robots, but you got a person that fixes the maintenance robots. You know what I mean? But this is what's coming, right? This is what's coming. It says, and those that look out the windows be darkened, right? So this is what's coming, man. The grinding is going to cease, and it's already starting to happen this year, man. Right? And it's going to increase. All right. So now let's get this right here. It says job automation risk in 2023. Right now, that's what one of them says. This is the first one I got. The one I just read is a little more what's the word? To the point. Right. So this right here says fascinating stats and facts on jobs lost to automation. As many as 30% of jobs will be replaced by automation, especially the boring and repetitive ones. So those assembly line jobs where you're in a warehouse or a factory, those delivery jobs where you're constantly jumping in and out of a vehicle, delivering packages. Those jobs delivering passengers, where passengers are constantly hopping in and out of your vehicle, all right, to be picked up and dropped off. Those repetitive things are going to be replaced, and even more than that. It says 1.5 million people in England are at high risk of losing their jobs to automation. Right, so this says is in England. Right, according to the Office of National Statistics, 1.5 million, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people not working. How they gonna eat? And this is really, this will, can also lead towards people rioting and looting places, right? It says we're at risk of losing check this out. And this is right, it says by 2030, as we read from that picture, right? Robot workforce, right? It says 375 million jobs worldwide by 2030. Right, so this devil is going to roll out his technology. You know, they say 2020, 30, but this definitely could happen earlier. They already have the technology. They already have the fleets and fleets and fleets of androids and robots. It's going to be like what? Like that movie I, Robot. Robots everywhere. Everywhere. Helping you carry the groceries, sweeping up the trash, robot garbage men, robot cashier, robots everywhere. This is a part of his technocracy, man. Right? The Internet of Things, and all these robots, of course, they're going to be connected to a network, okay, an internet. And this devil wants to merge man with machine, all right, through that charagma, and have everyone on his grid. All right, so this is what it's coming to. It says 14 to 80 million U.S. jobs are at risk of being automated. It says the Brookings Institution estimated that 36 million workers will lose their jobs because of AI, right? Not because of the Mexicans, okay? It says World Economic Forum says, see, look, World Economic Forum, the keepers of the house, says machines will create 58 million new jobs. Right? So those are some of those statistics from there. Let's read some of this too. It says the great resignation led businesses everywhere to face dire labor shortages. So I guess the great resignation is, people leaving those jobs. From retail to supply chain and logistics industries, enabling them, the figures are bleak, with 40% of workers in 31 global markets quitting in record numbers. Despite, a lot of this too also came from what? The C-119. A lot of people were out of work for that, man. Right? So this was really all according to their plan. This devil deals with gradualism, which gradualism means steps, step by step. Excuse me. It says, despite over 75 million Americans being hired in 2021, nearly 70 million still quit. Okay? It says this then begs the question, is the job loss that the University of Oxford in 2013 finally coming true? Perhaps not. Americans quit their jobs due to low pay, right? And lack of opportunities for advancement, right? And a lot of us brothers, we experience this, and feeling disrespected. Whereas the University of Oxford, in their study, The Future of Employment, how susceptible are jobs to computerization, predicted the job loss will be due to computerization and automation. Records so far show that workers are leaving on their own accord, not forced out because of robots, machine learning, and automation. But we cannot deny the automation is there to stay. So in the face of these developments, does the original predication still hold? Right, so this was a prediction, right, by the keepers of the house. It says, are our jobs really under threat from automation? Right? And they are. Okay? They are. So it says here, it says 10 jobs likely to be automated. Telemarketers, of course. You already got automated telemarketers, man. Title examiners, abstractors, and searchers. Sewers, hand, mathematical technicians, insurance underwriters, watch repairers, cargo and freight agents, uh, tax preparers, photographic process workers, and processing machine operators, new account clerks. So this is all going to be automated. Jobs likely to be replaced by robots. Um, right, we just read that. Now it says here are the top 10 jobs least likely to be automated. Now they say least likely, but guess what? This devil got all types of technology, man. Right? It says recreational therapists, which this devil could have a real live freaking human like robot that can be a physical therapist. First line supervisors and mechanics. You got robots fix other robots, like I was saying. Installers and repairers. Emergency management directors. Mental health and substance abuse social workers. Right now, you got this movie called Off the Wire, where they use an android in war, but he looked like a Jake. He looked and felt like a actual human being, right? So they can really program. They can program whole personalities within the robot and make them look real, right? Make them look like they're actually human. So all these things can be replaced. Your supervisor who's supervising everything, he can be replaced, right? Your dentist, all this can be replaced. First line supervisors of firefighting and prevention workers. All of this can be replaced by a robot. These things you see in the movies, they're not just in the movies just for entertainment. They're telling you the different things that they plan to do. Like I mentioned, iRobot, Off the Wire. You got other ones, Universal Soldier. You know. So that's enough of that. Let's get some more precepts. Right? 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, right? And he doesn't have the advantage over the elect. Because the Lord has revealed unto the elect what's going to happen and what's going on. We have the playbook. We know what's going to happen. You know? It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We are not ignorant of his plans, his schemes, what he's devised in his mind. We're not ignorant of it. We know this devil wants to, he has a whole agenda, and the main thing is that charagma. He wants to unite the whole world under his wicked rule through a digital system. All right. So all of this is a part of it. He wants to be like the Most High. Okay? Right? It says here also, you know, and we know all these different things through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? He put the Spirit on our elders, and they've done research and looked into this and brought all these different things out concerning this devil. But also the Lord has put the Spirit on Esau himself, some of his people, to come out and to tell on themselves, insiders who reveal the plan of these elites. And then on top of that, these elites tell on themselves by these different movies, predictive programming, and like I said, the Georgia Guidestones, right? Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has brought them to light. He's uncovered the thigh of this hoe, man, of this whore. Okay? So here, Isaiah 64:8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, right? Because they're going to see that he's wicked, right? These insiders, they tell of these different plans, these different little details, okay? These things behind the scenes that before you wouldn't have known, right? So and these devils tell on themselves, these elites tell on themselves, right? Also, this is all this that's happening is all according to the plan of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, according to what he says is going to come to pass, what he's going to do, right? Because the Lord has the different angels that are causing this devil to do these different things, man. Okay? Putting these different thoughts in this devil's mind to do these things, right? The different left-handed spirits. All right? So that prophecy can be fulfilled. Because this is what the Lord said he was going to do. This devil's going to get real mighty, right? Conquer the world, right? He's been loose for a little season, and just like with Pharaoh, right, the Lord is going to bring him down, right? He's letting them get real strong, and then he's going to bring this kingdom down and all the heathen with it, okay? Amos chapter 3, verse 7. It says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets, right? So these secrets have been revealed. So we know what's going to happen based upon the scriptures, right? We got the whole script of what's going to happen, right? But also the Lord has given us extra details by having these devils come out and tell on themselves and these things being put in plain sight. He's given us the eye salve to see these things that are going on. Unlike the masses of the people who have no clue. All right. So, Lord, will you were edified with this video. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.